Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. A little bit different today. We're working outside because we have so much stuff in the shop. It's kind of taking up a lot of room. So we're working on the GTR today, and what we're doing is we're taking out the Bose sub and the door speakers. We're replacing them with a full system from R35 Audio, and they sent out some really nice stuff. John is more the audio guy, and he says it's good, so that makes me believe that it's good. But yeah, it's pretty killer from what I see. Apparently these are like $30 speakers.
Yeah, I think you can get them at Walmart.
Yeah, these are Walmart brand. No, it's Hertz. What is it, Milli Pro? You said?
Yeah, Hertz Milli Pro, 3-ways. It's not gonna be fully active, but we're gonna have the 3-way passive front stage off the channel 1 and 2, and then you're bridging channel 3 and 4 to push the kicker sub.
Yeah, so it's got a kicker, solo barrack sub. All this stuff comes pre-wired for the R35 because, you know, it's R35 audio. So he wires up everything for you. He makes his own little mounts for these speakers. I don't even know what to say about these things because I don't know enough about it. But the sub box is pretty sick. We haven't pulled that out yet, but it's pretty sick, and it should sound a lot better. But I'm kind of tone deaf, so
It'll be a night and day difference.
yeah.
Yes. Compared to the crap Bose, it'll be a night and day difference. This is 120 watts per channel is this amp. This amp's got some serious power. This amp is gonna be the difference mainly, because this is 120 watts at 4 ohms per channel, and is an absolute powerhouse, dude. And when you bridge them, you get 500 watts.
Wow.
Out of 2 channels at 4 ohms. It's a monster. And these, all Hertz is an Italian company, and they make some very nice stuff. And these are not top of the line, but way up there for sure. Very, very nice. Everything's got pre-made connectors that he put on there, so everything's ready to plug up. It's got the
MDF.
Yep, the MDF speaker pods for those on there already. We got the speaker brackets for those to put in the doors. Have to mount these probably in the door somewhere.
Pretty sick.
Yep.
John's already pulled the rear seats out, and we're gonna start working on getting the rest of that out. But it's awful dark, sorry. But yeah, big shout out to Andy at R35 Audio and Adam from Trex for getting me hooked up with them. Yeah, we're gonna get started. And there's Polly. You guys don't know Polly. That's Polly. Anyway, here we go. So here's the sub box with a kicker solo barrack. I believe it's an L7. Like I said, I'm not a huge audio guy, so I don't know. But it's pretty killer to me and my drink. So yeah, all of this looks better than that. There's a bolt, and then there was a guy in at
So the Bose tweeter obviously sits in here perfectly because it's designed, right? But I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna put this massive tweeter, because you can see how much bigger it is in here. And what you wanna do when you're installing basically any speaker is have some kind of gasket around it. You'll see that most factory speakers will have some type of like foam, or I guess it's mostly just foam kind of gasket around it. And what it does is it channels all the sound out of the grill that it's coming through. So I was trying to figure out, these actually came out of the another box of speakers that we had. So I was trying to see if there's a way I could use these for this. And they're a little thick, so I'll probably just end up cutting them down, and I might have to cut them out just a little bit, but I think these will actually be perfect for this. And then we have to figure out how to mount it. And
All right, so we didn't have the instructions that come with this. So John over here with this random piece of plastic we dug up.
So yeah, this is 1/4 inch ABS. It is, it's awesome because you can cut it, and then heat it, and form it into whatever you need.
He literally made an exhaust hanger for Jeremy's car. It's the other exhaust hanger came undone, and the plastic one is still working.
Still working.
Anyway,
so what I did, I just cut a little strip, just like a little strip right here, and then I cut it down to the length we needed, and then I heated it up and bended it to where it's a little bracket that holds it in. It's got some foam under it, just some foam that comes with some tweeters that we had laying around the shop. That'll force all the sound through the grill. That's
perfect.
It. Perfect.
That might not be the way that Andy, designed this to work, but
It's
sorry, Andy.
plenty good enough.
But it's gonna work, my man. Perfecto.
Perfecto.
They always come in. Well, these ones always coming in clutch. They don't even know how clutch they are. Don't cut yourself.
Got the passive crossover mounted on this bar. There's a black bar that runs up and down right here. There's a piece of tape that's on the back of this already. You just kind of got to feel it around and position it right, and it's really strong tape. Weirdly enough, Matt has a bolt missing off of that bar.
That is weird. All right. Anyway, we are about to move on to the sub. So we've already got the bottom part of the seat out. So we're going to take off the back and then the center section. And we'll get all that.
All right.
We are filming.
So you just undo the bolt right there, which is a 14.
Yeah.
And I know this pops up because I already popped it up earlier.
He broke it.
And I was thinking that I might have broke it, but I didn't. Because I don't break stuff like that.
Just hearts.
Yeah, they're just regular pop clips. They're just really tough. There is power and ground plus signal in this. So this amplifier is built into this.
Right up here.
There it goes. Stupid. All right, put that somewhere unsafe.
Unsafe. Fire pit.
I don't feel you.
Are you trying to learn how to whistle while I was getting the speaker?
I saw a flip-flop or a tick-tock.
A flip-flop?
I saw a flip-flop on it the other day. Now, we're putting in the subwoofer. This is it. Right here. It's heavy. And it's a subwoofer. But this is the L7 8-inch. This thing is going to
Huge.
slap.
Huge.
Slap. If you haven't heard an L7,
I've never heard an L7.
it slaps. Every L7.
Slap
they
in the face.
slap, dude. You cannot beat an L7. If you think you can, you can.
You look like you love it. Yeah.
So we're just putting the
Hurry up, John.
back seats back in the back of the car. Just goes very slow, very slow. Okay,
I got it.
got it?
Yep. No. Hey, look. How about that?
All right.
All right, so we got to pull up.
First, we got to get that floor mat out.
So now he's changing what needs to be done.
He's pulling up the carpet. You pull it back as far as you can to reveal the polystyrene piece,
There it is.
which surrounds the amp and also sits inside the recess where your new Hertz amp is going to go. So, we have to cut a big hole out of that styrofoam.
So is that what the wood base is for? It's gonna sit down in there?
Yeah, I believe so. Hey!
We've literally got all the door speakers in and the subs are in.
Jeremy just got married, everybody.
Again.
Here's
his husband. It's gonna cut right through my charging cable.
Probably like some.
But I was kind of loving it. Can we talk for a minute about how great that actually fits?
Yeah, that's like perfect.
That's insane. Like that's impressive. Like I know it's made for this car, but that's just impressive.
Does that make you feel great? I hate cutting wires.
Bzz. Got him so good. Your own phone.
And then 2 and 3.
My wife is probably worried sick about me.
Yeah,
She's not. She's definitely not.
2 is yellow,
Yeller?
right? Yeah. 2 is yellow, which is positive. So yellow is positive.
Are you positive?
I'm positive that yellow is positive. God, these are so hard to get on, dude.
You need to lube them up.
Yeah, kind of.
Not too strong.
Stay on screen. I wish you could just talk to your phone and like tell it to do stuff like the Apple Intelligence said it was gonna do. Phone, stay on longer. Okay.
Sure thing, boss.
Okay, so 2 is positive, which is yellow. All right.
So you don't have to. Okay.
So they're marked positive, negative on the end of the wire. Also, and these are the outputs of the amp.
Oh, hey, Enzo.
Hey Enzo, what's up?
Hello, kitty. My pretty.
So this is how much we cut out. You can see the arrow. Point to it right here. So we're about inch and a quarter in front of the arrow, and then we kind of lined up this edge with this. We put a piece of styrofoam down in here. We're not gluing this down in the instructions. It says to like glue it down with something or silicone it down. With leaving this part down here, the styrofoam, it snugs it up in here where it can't really go anywhere. And then we're gonna mount the amp to the board so it won't be able to slide left or right. And then there was a clip holding this, a plastic zip tie with like a pop clip that went into this hole. So took that loose, that way this can go up under it and we can have plenty of room like that to attach all the wiring. So that'll just sit right above it like that.
We also put some second skin amplifier down under there.
Yep, so the wood will never rattle against the metal or anything. And then should have plenty of room to get power, and these are speaker outputs, and then RCAs are going to go in there. So here's 2 of the speaker outputs. These are the door speakers. So they'll be coming over along with this. Let's see if I can get this one-handed. They'll come over like that. Plug in. We got ground right here. That's kind of, sorry, do the same thing. Come over and come in. We got power that we ran all the way from the battery in here. It's gonna come in right there to the power. And then we have the, I think they call it like the plug and play harness. We're gonna get to it right here and run the RCAs down into here. And then the sub wire, which is here, which we have to run down to the amp. And that's it. And that'll be everything hooked up. And then we turn everything on, tune it, set the gains on it correctly, and be good to go. Yay.
Yay, us. There's people sleeping right now, and we're not. But that's okay, because it's only midnight.
It's only midnight.
It's only midnight.
Guys.
Yeah,
It's only midnight.
it's fine. So John just worked some witchcraft and was able to get the plug. So I'm just gonna kind of show you because it was kind of difficult to film. All right, so this might be blown out and bad for the video real quick, but just bear with me. So this whole panel right here, it pops off. You can see the line right here. So that pops off, and we took the harness, the white harness that like splices in basically into behind the radio. So John was able to reach under there and somehow plug it in, and he's run the wires. So there's RCAs, and there is the remote turn on right here, and we'll be able to plug those in now. And we're in the home stretch, and it's 4 a.m. and yeah, so we're getting there. All this for 22 views.
Right.
And this is just stage one, or level one, whatever he calls it. But man, everything is so really well put together. His wiring and stuff that he has cut is like literally cut to length. Just
Honestly,
no room for error.
if this was something you were doing yourself from scratch, it would have took a whole nother day, for sure.
Yeah, it's good.
To like make all of these with all the ends on them.
He really does save a ton of time by putting everything
Yeah.
together. It's super high quality. Obviously, it's really high quality parts, but even the wiring and everything is just done really, really well. So yeah, I'm really pumped to hear it. Even though I'm not a giant audio guy, I do have tinnitus and things like that. But and I'm old. But anyway, yeah. So we just about got it installed. I really got to clean this engine bay. But I guess we're gonna tune it, and then we'll be ready. We have an event tomorrow. That we're kind of putting together for a guy that's had a tough life. He's a lot of sickness and stuff like that. So we're just getting a group of cool cars and stuff together. Hopefully it's a good turnout. But anyway, yeah. So enjoy the rest of the video, I guess, or something. I don't know. Sophie's here showing us how much she sucks at, what's this game called, Fortnite? Fortnite. And there's her friend Valen that cusses like a sailor that she can't see right now.
Okay, so got it installed.
Took about an hour to do all of this.
Yeah, it takes a minute. There's a lot to do. The remote turn on was a little short, so I lengthened it. It only needed like another foot tops. Power wire was good, so I took the ground, just brought it down here beside it. Came around in here. Power comes around down in here. Subwoofer is just going to basically run right down in here. The speaker wires coming out of the amp that are connecting into this harness, they'll just run right over here to the harness. And then RCAs come in from the side kick panel here. They run down and back under this harness and come into the side right here, along with the remote wire that comes around the side. And so this is just going to sit a little high, like right there. And then we got to get the factory amp put back in. We put these on here so that most likely we'll never be doing it, but just say Matt wanted to trade this in and undo all of this. We can.
Nope.
And we can connect these back up to these speakers.
Nope.
We connect these two back in. Everything off the amp still works, except the only thing that's not connected to the factory amp anymore are the two speaker wires that run to the door that were powering the woofer, but now is going to power the woofer, the mid, and the tweeter coming off of the amp. So we're going to get it hooked back up, the factory amp. We are going to leave this up. We're going to turn on the car, get some music playing. We're going to get the amp gains dialed in, and then we're going to take a listen to it. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh.
Hey guys, so it's roughly almost a week later. I think Saturday would make it's been like 5 days. Whatever. It's been 84 years. Anyway, Jeremy won't get the reference. But so ran into some issues with installing the amp and the new speakers and the sub and all that stuff, right? And it's not because of anything that I got from R35 Audio, and it's not anything from Trex. It's the fact that when I got this stuff from R35 Audio, I didn't let him know that I had the Fusion radio. So the harness is a little bit different. Everything's a little bit different. So what we're gonna do, and I'm not gonna film taking everything back out because you've already seen that part. I think from here I'm just gonna kind of cut to hopefully everything being ready and done, and I can turn it on and actually hear it, because the last 5 days with just the rear speakers and the center channel has been pretty terrible. So I'm gonna finish up putting in the RCAs. That way I can control the amp, it gets signal, everything like that. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into it. Hopefully it works. We worked on it for about 10 hours the other night. It was rough. Yeah, anyway, hopefully when it cuts next, it'll be good. Okay, so this is gonna be pretty involved. So before I get started, or while I get started, why don't you just chill and listen to a little info about our sponsors.
All right, if you know anything about Half Torqued, or any of us, you know that we love Blaster. We talk about PB Blaster all the time. This is a penetrant, so you put these on bolts that are stuck, that are hard to break loose, because the last thing you want to do is come home as a weekend warrior, you get off of work, and you're looking forward to restoring your classic, and guess what? You got 16 bolts that are completely stuck. Not anymore, because the night before, you threw penetrant on that bolt, and now it's coming right off.
So we talk about Blaster all the time, which is great because we use it all the time. But there's a lot of products that they make that we don't really get to talk about, because you don't see us doing things in different videos and working on different things where we might need stuff. So one thing that really bothers me is creaks and squeaks. So what we have is silicone lubricant, right? It's got more silicone in it. It says that.
They took their silicone lubricant and added more silicone to it.
Can you believe that? They added more, because even though this door might not creak enough to bother you, it creaks enough to bother me. Just listen to this door. If you hear this 100 times a day, it really gets to you.
So that's pretty annoying. So you know what we do? We take the silicone lubricant and we hit them up. See you in 20 seconds. Did you hear that? I didn't. Blaster.
Work it like a pro. Hey guys, so we finally got it working. No thanks to Jeremy whatsoever. So this is pretty killer. I would show you like me listening to it, but you really just can't capture sound, you know, through a video like that unless we have that fancy stuff that John uses in our exhaust videos. But John's not here because he's a responsible adult and he's working. But anyway, I am thrilled. It sounds really good. It's not lacking anything now. It was lacking with the Bose, but now the car has the sound to kind of, back up the performance and everything that the GTR has. And it's incredible. It's really nice. It actually kind of drowns out the tinnitus a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, highly recommend R35 audio. I highly recommend Trex, Adam, great guy. He has helped me with so many things. This video was going to include this little, like it replaces one of the air vents with a magnetic charger for like an iPhone, things like that. But with everything that happened, we didn't get into it. So we're gonna do that for Adam. And yeah, man, R35 audio, like we mentioned earlier in the video, it's incredible. Like that's all I gotta say, man. But anyway, if you guys liked the video, please drop us a like. Please drop us a comment. We want to hear from you guys, all 30 of you. Tell us what you want to see. We're always looking for more content. We have so much stuff going on right now. That's why we're not showing the inside of the shop, because it's a wreck. We have so many different projects going right now. If you can tell behind me, one of Jeremy's cars is missing. There's a reason. There's a lot going on. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. Any goodbyes?
I'd like to take this time to...
And that's enough from Jeremy. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.